Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're all doing fine today. We are doing very well. I am headed to do our grocery shopping for the rest of the month. You are sort of trying to fix you. You're crooked. And so I am going to use up the rest of my budget today for July. My goal is to stay under $475. So I think that's going to be my constant monthly goal, and anytime that I happen to go under, I want to roll that money over into the following month. So that'll be good. And so I wanted to also share my menu with you for this coming week. It'll be starting today, Tuesday. I'll do for the following week. So tonight I plan on doing 2 whole chickens in the pressure cooker. I have a Wolfgang Puck pressure cooker I've had for quite a few years now, and it is a workhorse. I use that at least twice a week. I will be in the market for a new pressure cooker before long, within the next 6 months, I would say. It'd be nice if I could find one at a yard sale. I have an 8-quart, and so I don't want to downsize because we have a large family and all, but I stand 2 whole chickens up in the pressure cooker. I put maybe a cup to a cup and a half of water. I season up the chicken well. I pat a whole bunch of seasonings on it. And it is awful bright, isn't it? And so, I think my back door is open. No, it's not. So, I cook it that way, and it's the most tender chicken that we have ever had that way. And I will probably make some rice and gravy with it, with maybe a side salad. If you're on Weight Watchers, the instant gravy mix is pretty well low in points. I think it's half a cup for 2 points. I believe that's what it is. So that's not bad at all. So that's for tonight. Now tomorrow I'll have leftover chicken, because even though I'm using 2 chickens and we're a large family, we will still have some leftovers, and I will do a chicken casserole with that. So I will probably put, let me see, what did I have? Steamed broccoli with that. So that is for tomorrow. That's Wednesday. We have church on Wednesday night. So I will need to do that pretty early. I take my dad to the doctor in the morning. He had surgery a week and a half ago. And so they're going to check up on him and take out some sutures. So it's going to be a full day. But let's see, Thursday I had down tuna casserole and salad again. I like to put sometimes in the tuna casserole some sweet peas, but I think I'll just do those in the microwave to serve on the side. But James will be out of town. He won't be eating with us that night. And so he does not like tuna casserole. I think I served it to him too much when we were first married. So we lived off from tuna casserole and hamburger helper and sloppy joes and stuff like that. So I fix that and a few other things whenever he's out and about and not home to eat. Now Friday night I'm going to do pizza and salad again. We're big on our salads. With the pizza, I plan on making one white pizza with Alfredo sauce, because once again, James, he's not very fond of pizza. I think that the tomato sauce might give him heartburn. I'm not sure. Now, the funny thing is, as ironic as that is, whenever he does have a pizza, he wants to load up on the greasy meat. It could be the cheese, because you know cheese can be greasy. But that is for Friday. Saturday, I want to do some salmon patties. Salmon patties are very economical and they're pretty easy to make, and they're low in Weight Watchers points. I was surprised. I think there's like 2 points per patty with the recipe that I use. I use crushed saltine crackers, egg, onion, some spices. Like I like to use poultry seasoning spice in mine. Sometimes I put bell pepper in there as well. So, yep, just about 2 points each. Salmon patties. And then I have down here once again rice and gravy with greens. I want to get some kale greens today. And have those. Sunday, I'm thinking about another kind of chicken casserole. Now, the chicken casserole that I make tomorrow night will be different. But I make chicken casserole 2 different ways. I make chicken casserole with rice, and then I have a chicken casserole to make with egg noodles. So whichever one I make for tomorrow night, I'll make the other one for Sunday, because we have a fellowship after the morning service. So that'll be for Sunday. I plan on loading it up with some carrots and celery and onion. And I'll put green beans with that. And I'm thinking about just doing a light fruit salad. I'm trying to simplify things in my life when it comes to meals, and try not to stress out so much over, even whenever I have people over or whenever I send food to their home. Just to simplify things. Things don't have to be so difficult, and I've learned that people will appreciate the food, or they should appreciate the food, no matter how fancy it is or how simple it is. It's a meal, and it's the thought that counts. I learned that especially whenever I was at Brittany's house and she had the baby. People, of course, were flooding the home with food, and some of the things were so delicious. The most simple things that was sent to her home were the most delicious. And I even, one lady, she did this for lunch, and I want to keep this tip in mind. She called Brittany and said, "Do you want Bojangles or pizza?" And so Brittany said, "Well, pizza will be good." And so she said, "Do you want Papa John's or Little Caesars?" She said, "Do the $5 Little Caesars pizzas." And so that's what she did. And it was such a treat, and it was so very thoughtful. She did that for a lunch. And so I want to keep that in mind. It doesn't have to be something that you even make at home. It can be something that you get out for someone. So Monday, I have an Italian sausage soup in the freezer. And so when I pull it out, it's going to need some extras with it. So some of those kale greens that I'm going to be buying today to go with the Sunday meal, I'm going to keep some aside to add to that Italian sausage soup. And I have a few cans of Great Northern beans to add to bulk it up. So that's going to be really easy. It's a meal that I had made last week or the week before. It was a huge pot. There were leftovers, and so I served it. You're crooked again. So sorry. I froze the rest when I was done. So that will be nice. And so that will be for a whole week. That's Tuesday through Monday. And that will take me through the end of July. So that'll be nice. Oh, breakfasts. Got breakfast down here too. I'm going to make some of that chocolate granola. That is on Amy Marion's channel. It's delicious. And what is the name of her? She has a blog. I think it's plainandnotsoplain.com. And the granola recipe is fantastic. We also have eggs. And so we'll do some omelets with that, or we'll have eggs and grits, or we can have egg sandwiches, eggs and biscuits. We have a lot of pancake mix, and so we can have pancakes, and we have some frozen sausage in the freezer. So we'll have pancakes and sausage one morning, and we do have some leftover cereal from last week, and so the children, I'm sure, will be eating that up then or for snacks during the week. Lunch. We always go for the leftovers first. Nothing's allowed to be ate out of the pantry until the leftovers are used. So we'll have a lot of leftovers, and then I have some chicken soup in the freezer. Once again, it was something that was left over, and so I put it in the freezer to eat later. And so for the children, we'll put either rice or pasta into the soup. For myself, I'll eat it without the carbs. And then I have down here egg salad sandwiches. It's very cheap. Eggs are very cheap. Bread's cheap. You know, it's a good filling lunch, and it's very inexpensive. And then I also have down bean burritos. I'm going to buy some tortillas today, and I'm going to use my pressure cooker, make up a bunch of pinto beans. I will mash them, keep some beans whole, and I might add a tinge of ground beef or ground turkey to the recipe, and I'll season it up with chili powder, cumin powder, or I've got a taco seasoning I could use as well, and some garlic powder, onion powder. So I'll dress it up with that. And so what I like to do is mix up in a bowl the pinto beans. If I put any meat in it, I can put meat in it. I like to add a little bit of salsa along with some cheese, stir it up, and then stuff the burritos, and it makes for a delicious lunch. You could even do it for supper. So that will probably be my big freezer thing to do this week. So today when I get home, I will pre-make some burritos and put them in the freezer, and the children love it because they can pull them out and heat them up on their own. And I will make the granola today, but I think that'll be just about it besides supper for Tuesday. And I'm used to doing kitchen day today. I was thinking yesterday is kitchen cleanup day on Tuesday, but no, I have to remind myself I'm keeping that for Wednesday. Today's cooking day, not tomorrow. Today's cooking day, tomorrow's kitchen day. So, yeah. So that is that. I am headed on my way to Lidl. I'm sorry I couldn't get a grocery haul last week. My dad called while I was in Walmart and said that he thought that he would need me at any moment to take him to the doctor's office to get checked up on because he wasn't feeling so well, but then it turned out to be a false alarm. I hurried up, ran through the store, got home, unloaded everything, and then he calls and says he's not going in, that everything's fine after all. So that's life. Today I hope to be able to relax a little bit more and get this grocery shopping done, and hopefully I can stay underneath my budget of $4.75. Yeah, and that includes non-food this month too, so I'm pretty impressed. Now to do it 2 months in a row, we'll see about that. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. I hope that you have a great day. Bye.